What is a half cycle? According to VRML, it is when a player's in-game avatar is moving in a specific direction, their in-game vector, for the player to rotate their avatar using pitch and or roll so that real-life movement such as duck or sidestep adds momentum along with their current in-game vector. When in their original orientation, this real-life movement would have taken the player's avatar along with a different vector. The definition of a half cycle that most people are used to is when a player rotates 45 degrees while ducking or crouching in order to move your hands closer to the disc in order to grab it. This can create the same advantage as stepping to the disc, which is much harder to detect and has more range with less downside. I have been accused many times for half cycling in EML scrims and Echo ranked games. I have most recently gotten a 7-day ban for 2 clips of half cycling. The moderators of the servers have not let me view the clips that have been submitted, which I feel is injustice. I do things in my gameplay that look like half cycling, but I don't do the key thing that makes it happen, which is bending the knees. The way the Echo model rotates is around a pivot point close to the temple. This is important because it can change how far the player's arms are away from the pivot point. Without seeing the clips, I can make a guess as to the 3 different points where I have been accused of half cycling. The first one is a juking route between shoulder and post. The difference between an outstretched hand on top of post and an inverted player grabbing shoulder is almost exactly as long as it needs to be for me to be able to grab post, rotate, and then grab shoulder without moving. In a game, I put myself off of either geo to the other one while rotating and grabbing, which can make it look like I am ducking or crouching. The second instance could be any time where I go to grab the disc towards a wall, which is the opposite orientation that I would be at the time. If I am right side up and the disc is at ceiling, it makes a lot more sense to me to rotate so that I am in a position to grab ceiling comfortably while also grabbing the disc. Juking with my hand straight up makes no sense for me because my ceiling is so short. The third instance, which I see a lot of, is any time where the disc or geo is just far away enough for me to not grab with my arms outstretched, but if I rotate without moving my legs due to the pivot point of the player model, I can then grab it. This is where the pivot point of the player model is important to understand and is something that is greatly misunderstood. I rotate a lot when I play, so the illusion of increased horizontal movement can be something easily misinterpreted. I greatly rely on only moving with my left hand, and I do not have the ceiling space to do anything with my hand straight up. The constant allegation towards something I am not doing is greatly annoying me, and the way that the game works needs to be understood better even by seasoned players. You may have witnessed me joking about it in pubs or deliberately full cycling to be funny, but it's not something I do to gain any true advantage in competitive situations. Then by that logic is, like, that's not a half cycle. But if I go, if I go like this and jump, is that a half cycle?